파이널판타지 오랜만에 켰네. 또 비가 많이 내리는구만. 이 지역에서는. 자, 시작해봅시다. 올라온다. 이거 하도 오랜만에 해가지고 어디까지 했는지 기억이 안 나네? 그래, 꼬맹이한테 주문을 받아가지고 주문서, 주문품 그레이드 소드, 의뢰인, 호구 우드 상해. 아이템들은 다 꽉 찼고 갑시다. 가봅시다.
The most fragrant herbs and
Do you have a moment?
잠깐 말 좀 놓지.
Depends what for.
뭐지?
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the mother crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
내가 지금 장비를 뭘 하고 있지? 간만에 전투를 좀 해야 되겠는데?
A word of advice, traveller. You see pots like this around town, you leave them alone. Unlike where you come from, fresh water's in short supply around these parts. We store what little rainwater we get in these pots for, well, not a rainy day, but you know what I mean.
물을 저장해 놓는다.
Clumsy lout. If anything's damaged, it's the lash for you.
Master Lubor has high expectations of you. Don't disappoint him.
알았다.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
또 하나.
A deposit?
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me.
Well, I hope you gave as good as you got.
What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the rock and the men of the rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
Fresh from the grill. My carpets have pride of place in castle.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
어딨어, 바이런? 근데 이거, 이게 퍼포먼스인데도 뭔가 이렇게 프레임이 좋지가 않네?
Will this suffice as a deposit? By the sands. That's a black pearl. One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so. All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
뭘. 잠깐만, 이거. 모션을 좀 플러스 해야 되겠어. 이렇게 되면 아우씨 못하겠네.
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
가자. 이제 크리스탈 거래 장소로 간다. 그쵸. 퍼포먼스 맞지? 왜 이렇게 프레임이 안정적이지 못하고. 요번에 그 저기로 뭐가 생겼다는데 카메라? 우전 블러 이게 생겼네요. 뭐 모션블록 이거를 뭔 차이야?
Let me treat you. I'm pretty flush these days.
Are you now?
I need a drink.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of cookers' trophies.
뭐 하고 있어? 뭐 하시오 여기서?
This river runs all the way to the southern seas. They used to load the crystal onto
사막의
barges and sail it to
강이라.
the villages downstream. Before the canyons were lost to beasts and bandits. When I was a girl, I would wave to the boatmen as they set off on their long journey, and they would throw me sweetmeats in return. Such happy times.
$1,000 for a measly bunch of.
야 시장 같은 거 여기 나 어떻게 나가냐? 일리에서 나가야 되네.
Lights and pots!
Do you think they'll be back soon? I need a new dress.
Needed to a silken
me.
soft.
Take a sniff.
It would make us fine.
일리에서 나가야 되네. 전투를 좀 해보자 오랜만에. 아. 여전하구만. 어디로 가야 되냐 얘? 이렇게 돌아가야 되나? 둥글. 아, 그늘에서. 뭐지? 오아시스 같은 거. 아절메가스.
Run like the wind.
Thanks, girl.
All yours, Torgal. Now, Torgal! To me, boy.
거기 참 꽤 있었어. 여긴 갈 수가 없다.
Turn around, friend. There's nothing back there but a pack of bloodthirsty beasts.
알았어. 암브로시아.
Fly, Ambrosia. I'll take it from here.
저런 데서.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes?
어서
If
크리스탈을
you've no
보여줄게.
objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
되게 많은데?
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic.
응?
You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
저쪽 거다. 오호.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
Torgal, kill! that, Uncle! Good! I'm just getting warmed up! Ogle, kill!
어우, 또 많네.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. Buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
뭐야?
It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
이제 물어보는 거야. 클라이브.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive.
이 새끼 기분 나쁘네.
I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Of all the... Ugh!
Here, wear this.
뭘 주는 거야? 어?
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubo.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Umialos delan. Tuisa Achilles.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
Clive. 매력 있어.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Faster, complete. BGN 70인데도 이거 왜 있는 거지 도대체? 진짜 거슬리는 거네. 이건 원래 작네 그냥.
The finest fabric.
Yes, they're quite sought after.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Made from the stoutest stone.
썩으시.
The baths are, closed for scrubbing. Please bear with us a little longer.
All those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
왜 이래?
You all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
항상 지들이 할 거를. 그래.
All right. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
알았어. 기다려. 자, 어디로 가야 되냐? 쭉 나가서.
Wait inside. Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
I've got a crystal. As long as we stay out of the Deadlands, we'll be all right.
잠깐만.
Are you looking for something in particular?
플래티넘 킬.
한국인이다.
네? 네, 한국인이죠. 한국 사람 이문이다. 판매.
Thank you for your custom.
한국말 잘 못해요.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Tolmeki and Walud are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines where the
이게 언제 나왔죠?
6월달에 나왔습니다. 6월 22일인가? 나온 지 얼마 안 됐어요.
People will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
꽤 잘 나온 것 같아요. 지금까지는 괜찮네요. 자, 서브 미션을 여기까지 가야 되네. 갑시다.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
저쪽이네. 소금이야 이거? 전에 뭐 하는 거야?
Come on, girl. The gate's open now. We can press on. Don't tell me you put down roots.
How do? Trader, are you? Seeking your fortune down in the golden sands of Dalamil? From mercantile stock myself, as it happens. You'd never guess. I was born just down the road in Dravost. And like me old ma and pa, I've been wandering the world hunting Gilbard's blessing ever since. Reckon I might have found it too. You've heard about the famous healing waters they got round these parts, right? Well, I'm
이렇게 말 많네.
I can find a little pool of my own, dress it up a bit, lay on drinks and fancies and whatnot. I'd have a license to mint Gil. Soothing your aches and pains with a grape in your gob and a glass in your hand. There's nothing people wouldn't pay.
알았어. 한미천 벌고 싶어하는 상인. 얜 또 왜? 뭘 보는 거야? 몬스터지 뭐야? 이거 어떻게 가냐지? 가봅시다. 쭉 여기서 쳐내야 되는구나. 이보시게. 지나가던 여행자. 난 본 적이 있어. 기다려. 오. 이런데 못 들어가는 건가? 그렇지. RPG의 특징이지 이게. 짱 먹어놓은 아이템들.
By the flames. That explains the heat. To me, flames!
봤어, 씨. 이거 보스구나.
그래픽이 화려하네요.
네. 파이널 판타지는 항상 그래픽이 거의 최상이죠. 튀어. 어머. 클리어. 보상을 받으러 가야겠군요.
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling. That's better.
무슨 엔진? 얘네 자체 엔진 썼다는데
화려한 것도 때론 독이 되죠.
그렇죠. 뭐 이렇게 그래픽 사양이 좋다 보니까 프레임 드랍이 좀 있어가지고. 여기도 서브 미션 있었네? 이런 걸 또 다 하고 가야죠.
Well, this is no good. I was hoping to get...
What is it now?
응?
How very fitting. Of course, there's simply no other way. Ours is a blessed corner of the Velcroy. At least they did.
어린 놈이 참 많은 걸 알고 있어.
You and I. What? Alas. Still, don't be a stranger.
얘가 미션인데.
Forged a butter knife before. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
확실히 이 서브 미션 이런 거는 위쳐가 진짜 잘 만들었어.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive? Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware.
파이널 판타지도 참 시리즈가 오래 나오네요. 전 3부터 했거든? 파이널 판타지 3? 그때랑 비교하면 뭐 그래픽이나 이런 것들은 뭐 비교할 수가 없죠.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lupor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? Well, there's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
My carpets have
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be transported.
Fresh bread, warm from...
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
일단 이거는 해결했고.
PS5로만 출시했네. 망할 독점.
네, 플레이스테이션 5 독점입니다.
I'm glad to hear it.
좀 지나면 이제 PC로 나오겠죠?
What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks.
Come on, there.
Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
소니의 입김으로 뭐 또 독점이 됐죠. 이그니션.
부디 그러길 바래요.
PC로는 나올 거예요. 엑스박스로는 모르겠는데 엑스박스로는 아직 파이널 판타지 7 리메이크도 아직 안 나왔잖아.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door.
또 하나 어디야? 여긴데?
Just look at the detail. Made from
요 근처인데 어디 있어?
the stoutest stoneware.
여긴데. 얘야? 아닌데? 너니?
The, scrubbing is almost finished. We appreciate your patience.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters.
시장 장인에게 이야기를 듣는다? 시장 장인. 아니 지금 뭔가 이상하다. 여기 있는데 표시는 안 되네? 지금 여기 있어야 되거든, 얘가?
Silver platters, just like they eat off in Castle Daz.
지도에는 표시가 되는데 왜 없을까?
I'll be asking for you again, my sweet.
버그인가? 시장 장인.
Hot water.
It's just as well I sent you to the terraces in my stead. It sounds like I'd have been burnt to a crisp.
어딨어?
Sweet incense. What candle?
아, 여기 있네. 씨. 여기 있는데 이걸 찍어? 아. 너구나.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry.
칼에 관한 이야기를 듣고 싶다.
Hunter, why?
I have a question.
새로운 고기용 칼을 만드는데
Can you tell me
참고
what makes a good carving knife?
사냥꾼에게 가장 이상적인 칼은 뭐지?
Assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Anything I can interest you in? My thanks.
자, 그리고 어빌리티를 좀 마스터와 3000이 있다. 라무. 보세요. 그랬을까? 강화. 씨, 더 있네. 한 번 더 해야 되네. 갑시다.
Finally, we'll be able to get plates and pots.
Kneaded to a silken softness.
Yes, they're the finest fabrics. Fresh from
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
또 누구를 또 찾으러 가야 돼?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
빨리 가자.
Ready, go? expect.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me. But...
Limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly.
자, 어딨냐?
So, do you crush it up, or just throw it in the furnace?
여기 또 반대에 있네. 아이씨.
This is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpet.
The most fragrant herbs and
fresh bread, warm from the oven.
made from the stoutest stoneware. Hanging lanterns, keep it up.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
One rock looks a lot like another. Hopefully this is what Seven needs.
Well, this is no good.
Wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for. That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalamil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava, know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalamil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
졸리다. 하지만 자면 안 돼. 스토리에 따라가자. 이제 갈 수 있겠군.
Good sir. Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Sweet incense.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
빨리 가자. 많이 지쳤다.
Run like the wind.
저기 새가 하나 또 있더라고. 그때 달라나? 무서워? 이건 조그만 애들이 아니야. 아, 저 있다.
Broken down, you say? From the weight of its load?
Aye. The guards are furious about it. You do well to steer clear.
Well, if it's blocking the road, it'd be a wasted journey anyway.
여기 막았다고?
Get that damned wagon fixed! Unless you'd rather our men in Dalamil starved.
The axle's gone, Captain. There's nothing I can do.
에헤이. 거인의 턱? 오호. 물이 이렇게 이어진다. 거인의 턱.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Drake's Fang. 머더 크리스탈은 있어.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert, you'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the viceroy in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know. Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then. Go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
토르가루. 개가 아니라 늑대였어. 토르가루.
I'm coming for you, Kuka.
Why do they start? What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rosfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo? Clive Rosfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did? Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
어? 뭐야? 어? 뭐지 이 새끼들? 오, 그저 같은. 아, 맞네.
Did the royalists bring them from Ash?
마굴.
Are the beastmen part of the Waluda army now? How the hell did that happen? They spotted us. With me.
It's over.
They've taken over the entire mine. So much for the men of the rock. Dalmekia's finest.
수비대는 전멸한 것 같다. 뭐 아이템 없을까? 타이탄 브로크. 끝났네? 피닉스. 보시죠. 저기가.
Animals. You should never have left Ash. Too slow.
좋지. 병원들. 아이템이 있을 것 같은데 없네.
Won't be going any further this way.
이 앞으로는 갈 수 없을 것 같고. 저 앞인가?
This must be the way out.
All yours, Torgal.
응? 또 수정이게.
I won't be sneaking past this one. How did it get in here?
Torgal, kill!
Nice try.
응? 으어!
Fine hound. 범용기.
있구나.
By the flames. Come on, Torgal.
Kupka never did do things by halves. As if taking the Mother Crystal for his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
Let the trial begin.
What the hell?
With me,
번개의 보물.
Seems we're expected.
So this is the power of Muthos.
뮤토스?
Did the orcs do?
마법을 막아낸다. 이건 무섭대요.
These two. More of them. Farewell, I've heard What the hell is going on? Are these things here for me? Or for him? time to fight. First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima? You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go? He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Torgal.
휴게복.
Just what I needed.
Farewell. Stay down.
와, 이렇게 되는구나.
Stay down. It's over.
That better be the last of them.
뭐냐?
Benedicta, my everything. I've missed you so much. Kuka!
Benedicta.
I swear to you, my love, we will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
대체 뭐라는 거지? 베네딕토.
You got away from her. Benedicta! I'll kill you, Roswell!
Oh shit, he's priming. find him. You've done this before. You can do it again. Let the flames burn within you. No. Let them burn without.
Come to me, Ifrit!
재밌어. 재밌네, 20분. 타이탄. 탈이 없네. 오. 으어.
Nice trick. But if you can do it.
그 기술을 봐도. 오. 크림 스톤을 배웠다. 알투어 내물는 마법 장복을. 와 진짜.
Let's give this a try. Not bad.
오, 저 먹는다고?
What the hell has he done?
스킬 보소. 고질러요?
Found to help me. It's do or die! I'm coming, Kuka! Heads up, Hugo! Your time. Here it is. And this game is over!
얘는 또 누구야?
Is that you, Ultima? What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clive! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
The death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
Some medicine, my lord? I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, You may trust in your dragoons.
티용.
I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmecs suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope. Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made Emperor. What is the meaning of this? My father's orders. What were they? Quickly!
Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and...
Ah! Terence.
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance Ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
이거 완전 날릴 것 같은데, 비공전.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Walkways need patching up.
Welcome home,
You
Sid.
need 50 good boards, 8 span each.
What became of Kupka? Why haven't we heard anything?
Is it business or pleasure? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
이거.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. Is that all? Well, don't just stand there gawping. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. And what can I do for you? Coin purse weighing you down? I'll be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer. I'll be thankful you got that much. Is that all?
Welcome home, Clive. I was hoping you'd be back soon.
Clive. What's that for you, dear? No scratches, all right? Anything else?
If the state of our coffers is anything to go by, I'd say we found ourselves a well.
누구?
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. What subject shall we consider today? The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Clive, you're back.
I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, Any word on the royalist movements since I've been away?
좋아.
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
오, 많이 생겼어.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? It was luck, and luck alone. But now, thank you. Anything catch your eye? Always something in there.
좋아. 얼마나 한 거야? 여기까지.